I know we got the win out there tonight, but I apologize. I was definitely not on top of my game.
I could tell. I know you said you didn't want to talk about your family stuff, but what the heck is going on?
All right. You have to promise not to tell anyone else about it. Deal?
Yeah, I promise.
So my father has been in touch with me lately.
I thought you weren't on speaking terms.
We weren't, but since I made it to NXT, he's been contacting me all the time.
So why is that a bad thing?
Because I haven't been honest with you or anyone else about my background or who my dad is. The truth is, I do come from a famous Mexican wrestling family. My father is El Mago Sr.
Wait, I'm confused. What about that wrestler El Mago Jr.? Is he your brother? And why hide all this in the first place?
Let me explain. When I first decided to get into wrestling, I wanted to carry on my father's name and become El Mago Jr. But my dad didn't think I had what it took to make it and decided to sell the name to the guy who's now El Mago Jr. It really hurt that he put his faith in some stranger instead of his own son. Ever since then, I've been determined to make it on my own without my father's help or namesake.
Wow. Well, I guess that explains why you wanted nothing to do with his retirement show a while back.
Exactly. And I was fine just doing my own thing, but now that I've had some success and made it to NXT, my father suddenly wants me to be El Mago Jr.
Interesting timing.
Yeah. And worse, he's even convinced NXT management it's a good idea. This is the last thing I ever wanted. My father should have no part of my success when he never once believed in me before this.
I get why all that's bothering you, but I'm sure everything will work itself out.
I hope you're right.
And don't worry, your secret is safe with me.
You requested this interview because you said you had some life-changing information that you needed to share with the world. This is your chance to tell us. What do you want to get off your chest?
First of all, what I'm about to reveal isn't going to change my life. It's going to change the life of Hector Flores. For the better. Full disclosure, this is a secret Hector made me promise to keep. But I'm doing this to help him. I can't let him continue to hide from the truth, because it's bringing him down. And that truth is he is the son of Mexican lucha libre legend El Mago. But why was this a secret to begin with? It wasn't because Hector chose to create his own identity as some kind of noble, self-reliant act. No, he was forced to because his own father was ashamed of him and didn't want his real son following in his footsteps. He was so certain Hector would never make it that he sold off his lineage, the El Mago Jr. name, to the highest bidder on the indie scene. So I'm not doing this to hurt Hector Flores. That damage has already been done by his father. I'm doing this to liberate him from his past. He no longer has to hide from the truth and silently let it tear him apart. You're free now, Hector. You're welcome.
The WWE Universe is still reeling from that bombshell he dropped moments ago.
Hector Flores must have heard what his so-called friend said and is clearly upset.